don't lie. That's what I'm just trying to say. I know you're trying to write a strong statement of purpose, award-winning statement of purpose, but don't lie. Please, don't lie. Yes. Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by to watch. And if you're new here, my name is Olamide Mercy. You're welcome. Please like this video, subscribe, and share with your friends. Okay, so in today's video, what we'll be discussing is statement of purpose, how to write a statement of purpose, a strong and award-winning statement of purpose, the do's and don'ts, and like how to structure your statement of purpose. So let's go ahead by talking about what is statement of purpose. Like I said in one of my videos, statement of purpose is a complement of your academic CV. And please, if you are yet to watch my previous video on academic CV, you can do so after now. So statement of purpose is a personal essay that is typically required as part of your application process for graduate school. It provides you an opportunity to share your personal, your professional and academic goals, along with your experience and qualifications with the graduate committee. So I'm going to give you some tips, what you should take note of when you want to write a statement of purpose. So I hope you've gotten your pens now. You should note this following things I'll be talking about. It is very important. The first thing number one thing you want to do is for you to start by identifying your goals. What is your goal? What are you like? Why are you pursuing this graduate program? Like, why are you going for a graduate degree, and why are you going for that program? How does the program align with your goal? Do you understand that? Then the second thing is you should be able to explain your motivation for that choice of program. What interests you particularly about that program, and what do you hope to gain from it? You should be able to like describe that, so you should take note of that as well. Then the third thing is that you should describe your statement of purpose. You should describe your qualification and experience. How have your past experience prepared you for this program? What have you like? What do you know? What have you done? You understand? Then after that, you should highlight your notable and unique accomplishment that you've achieved. This may include your awards, your research experience, or relevant work experience. The word relevant, please don't just put anyhow work experience. Relevant work experience. After you've done that, then you can go ahead by talking about any obstacle or challenges that you've encountered, probably during your secondary school, your university undergrad. I mean, what challenge have you faced and how have you overcome them? You should talk about that as well. Then you should also explain any inconsistency or gaps in your academic or work history. Probably you've actually like switched from a course to another, or your undergrad was probably in agric and you are working in tech company now, something like that. Any switch, you should explain that. Then you can also reflect on any challenges or obstacles you faced and how you're able to overcome them. That is like a proud moment. You can talk about that. It's something you should be proud of, and you can discuss that in your statement of purpose. And the next thing you should take note of is that you should ensure that your statement of purpose is clearly written, just in a way that it articulates your thoughts and ideas. Understand? So you want to make sure that you know what they will know, you know what you are doing. Like, you want to make sense to them. Do you understand that? So after that, proofread your statement of purpose to ensure that it is error-free and clearly written. Very, very important. Proofreading is very important. Another thing you should take note of is that you should tailor your statement of purpose to that specific institution and program you're applying to. the statement of purpose you are writing for Erasmus or Chevening or Commonwealth or maybe US schools is going to be different. So those statement of purpose, they used to have some kind of descriptions. Some school will tell you they want to hear this, they want to know this. So make sure you tailor your statement of purpose to that specific institution or program you're applying to. And the last thing is that you should make sure your statement of purpose is focused and concise. Aim for the length of 1 or 2 pages. And sometimes they will tell you 1,000 words, 650 words. So it also depends on that program or institution. I hope you understand that. So now let us talk about the don'ts of statement of purpose. What you should not do, what you should not include in your statement of purpose. And after that, we'll talk about how to structure your statement of purpose. So now let's talk about the don'ts. So you should not do the following. Don't use broad or general statements. Try and create your own story. Don't copy people because somebody is writing this and it is like probably somebody gave you their samples. Don't just use their general statements. Be specific and focused in your writing. Yeah, don't include the relevant information, something that is like unnecessary. Don't include it. You don't have to start yabbing and all. Another thing you should not include your statement of purpose is that do not exaggerate your claims, or do not exaggerate your achievements. You understand? Yes. Don't lie. That's what I'm just trying to say. I know you're trying to write a strong statement of purpose, award-winning statement of purpose, but don't lie. Please don't lie. Yes. And another thing you should not do is that don't use cliches or informal language. Remember that you are writing a professional stuff. This is not a storybook or moonlight story, and this is your statement of purpose. This is what is going to speak for you. You won't be there to defend yourself. So ensure that you don't use cliches or informal language. Another thing is that don't forget to proofread or probably editing. There's no point wasting your time. Like anything worth doing is worth doing well. There's no point you stressing yourself writing something and not doing it well. So please make sure you write it very well, proofread and edit it very, very well. Another thing is that don't forget to take note of the deadline, the requirement and instructions for that particular program. There will always be instructions. Don't ignore instructions. Don't ignore instructions. Probably you have a statement of purpose that you use for this school and you just take BAMS. You're going to put that in another school you're trying to apply to. Please don't do that. Avoid that, because you're just wasting your time when you're just doing something a general, please, anything worth doing is worth doing well. And another thing you should also take note of is that don't plagiarize. Don't. It's a good thing for you to get samples and read, follow instructions, watch my YouTube video, how you're getting instructions right now, and you can just compare, write your own story, be strategic, try and convince them that you really know what you are doing. You are trying to create a good impression of yourself. You are trying to yes. And another thing is you should take note of is that don't wait for last minute rush. Now that you know that you want to apply to graduate school, I would advise you that you should start preparing your statement of purpose, because I can tell you, you need time to write statement of purpose. It's not just a week, 2 weeks. You need to start preparing, plan ahead so you can have a good write-up. My professor used to tell me something you can't have a perfect writing on your first write-up. When you want to write, get a draft, prepare a draft first, then days rolling in, you can always work on that draft, and before you know, 2 days, 2 weeks, like continually, you just work on that draft, and before you know, you have a perfect and a strong statement of purpose. And that is that. So you should take note of this following things I've said. Okay, now that you've taken note of the do's and don'ts, the tips and all, so let's talk about the structure, how to structure, like how will your statement of purpose look like. So you start by having an header, statement of purpose, then you can come down, write your name. For me, I'll go by Mix Olamide Messi Oluwatade, MS applicant for 2023. And then the first paragraph should just be all about you, your motivation. You talk about your maybe your experience, so just about yourself. For me, I'll be like, I have an intense passion for mathematics. I did my undergrad, so your thesis topic, your CGPA, if you like, and yes, so that is what your first paragraph should include. Then, but make sure that you've read enough statement of purpose before writing yours. It is going to help you. Second paragraph talk about why you're applying for that graduate program. What is driving you? You can say you're driven by passion. So that is what is going to be included in your second part. Then the third and fourth paragraph is just going to be why you're specific for that particular program. What is your experience, what you have produced, what you've worked on, the community you belong to, something like that. And lastly, the last paragraph is just going to be about your future and long-term career goal, why that maybe scholarship program or the school, and how they're going to help you. So that's just it. Though I feel like with this you should be able to have a very good write a strong statement of purpose. Don't give up, don't be lazy. When you start a journey, when you give up, you lose two things: your time and the resources spent. So don't give up. I see you moving forward. Yeah, I hope this video is helpful. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.